We're a couple minutes late, so I want to be prompt. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Andy Impastato. My business card says I'm National Sales Manager for Goldcrest, but that also means I pack orders, I pull orders, I hang out with Kevin. We do a lot of different things here. So we are part of the sales team. So today Kevin and I are going to bring you some new items. We flipped a coin. Kevin won the toss. He chose to defer. So we'll
save the best for last.
So this is the first time I've been in front of a group for a while. And I used to, the public speaking course that I took a long time ago used to tell us about that. What you want to do is to relax yourself is to envision somebody in the front row naked. Right now I'm petrified. So anyway, welcome to Goldcrest. What we're going to do is I took some of the more gift-oriented items and some of our manufacturers that have new items for us that we have ready to go, or they'll be available in spring, but they have either samples or photos or images, catalogs in their booths. And then Kevin's going to do a much more detailed explanation of a lot of our new bird feeders.
So the handout they got will be with mine.
The handout
the
that
PowerPoint.
Yeah. Kevin did the handout. I did a PowerPoint. You can write notes up for both of them on this. So this is my attempt at humor.
Do you want the light off, Andy?
Do you guys need the light on or off, or you're good? Okay. And if I tend to kind of start talking to the front row, so if you guys back there can't hear me, just let me know again. So again, welcome to Goldcrest. As you know, we are starting to do a lot of our own branding. You'll recognize some of these names as we start to move. Hi, come on in.
Hi.
We've got a handout for you too. So Songbird Essentials, Backyard Essentials, Gift Essentials, and Entertaining Essentials. You're going to see more of our items in our branding. And you're going to see some of our distributed items that are people that don't want to work with us as well. Kelly, I just dropped my microphone. No, got it. Yeah. Okay. So they're going to go away, and you'll see more of the things coming across in ours, but we are still going to maintain those vendors with us that are doing things, and you'll see some of those today. So what I wanted to start with is we've had a tremendous success with our Gordo bird houses, and there'll be 3 new bird houses that you'll see out on the show floor. The 3 new introductions all have kind of a fishing theme. There's a new bobber, a new fishing lure, and a new koi fish. It's still out of the Sam Albizia wood, kind of getting away from the round Gordo. I think we've got about every animal we possibly could think of at the moment, although we'll try to add some more zoo animals and warrants. But these are ready to will be ready to rumble. They'll be available in December. And what I did for you down here, they're going to be a Gift Essential Booth 35. So that'll be on your map. So 3 new Gordos. We're bringing in 2 under the Backyard Essentials brand. There'll be 2 new Wren Houses, and I've got them sitting up here. You guys are welcome to come up and look at them later. A cabin, and then the other one out of the shiplap or shiplath or ship whatever that you want to watch on every home decorating show. So now Wrens can also be up to date and buy things out of Dallas, Texas. So 2 of those, and in addition to the houses, we added 1 from the Songbird Essential line, and that will be our new Flicker house, which is also sitting up here. And the Flicker house is in stock now. I believe the cabin's probably going to be a spring order. Right. Available spring. And they'll have those in our back booth, Songbird Essentials, all the way in the back far corner in 67. Okay. Mesh bird feeders have done really well for us. It's continuing to grow. We kind of continued first the fish theme. So we have a new bass fish feeder, mesh feeder. And to round it out, because we felt sorry for all the zoo animals, we did come up with a peacock to go as well there. And just to remind you that the peacock's tail is detachable and needs to be put on, we'll have it ready to go for you. So both of these are coming in. I think $15 on the bass mesh feeder and $14.50 on the peacock. And they're in stock, and they're in both of booths. Nature's Way had their own booth. They're really expanding their line in a lot of great areas. The first 2 pieces are part of a series of hummingbird feeders. First one is illuminated. They're all an antique look, and I think there's 3 colors. Same thing on the other one there, the decorative glass with the metal hoop. There's 3 different styles of that one too, and that one just happens to be the crimson corsage. And there's a lot of hand painting on the decorative glass as well. I think these are going to be really nice. They're also doing more into the metal house looks. So this is a new country gazebo. Again, a hand-painted motif, kind of the Picasso sunflowers look on there. And there's a couple more in that series too that are going to be really sharp. And finally, they're going to step into the squirrel-resistant, squirrel-proof feeders, and this is their entry. They call their Squirrel Shield, and it has the drop-down ports. So when squirrel weighs on it, it'll drop down, very similar to somebody else that you know that makes those kind of ports, and we'll talk about them at the moment. So Nature's Way, booth number 9. So Nature's Way is moving themselves into a couple of squirrel-resistant, squirrel-proof feeders. Of course, then the squirrel-proof people have a new line of product, 3 new items they call their Tube Solution family, and these will be heavy-duty tube feeders. They hold a capacity will be about 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 roughly pounds per each unit. It's a removable metal base, a removable metal cap, removable metal base, metal ports, and they come out really easy to clean. And it's a heavy-duty polycarbonate tube. You're looking at $21, $26, $30 each. These will be available in spring. And I don't know if they have any prototypes over there.
They do, and if you don't mind me interjecting here, on Brome products, probably one thing if you guys get a feeder and there's a problem with it, if our customer brings it back, just to save you a step, you really need to call Brome directly. Their phone number is really all over their product and everything else. They will send you the parts, they will send you a new feeder, but they actually like to be in touch with the customer themselves for some little more input and stuff like that. So when it comes to anything with Brome, there's really nothing we can do. They ask that you call them personally. If you don't have a number, give us a call. We'd be more than happy to get it to you, but they will take very good care of you.
Yeah. Part of another area we always run into, and I think is great, because the solutions part of it, because they want something that stops a squirrel from climbing a pole. They want them to do with it, and they don't really care what it costs, usually. So one new vendor for us is called Diaton, and these are his 2 new products. It is an 8-ounce product called Squirrel Slip. These 2 products are in stock now. The Squirrel Slip, I believe, is coconut oil and, somebody help me. Soybean? Soy oil, thank you. Can you? Oh, there they are. Okay. I knew I needed help. And the Cant ant repellent is basically a pumpkin spice mixture. No, I'm just kidding. Come on. Peppermint oil, cinnamon oil, rosemary, and lemongrass. So it's a Penzeys spice blend, but it actually repels the ants. They run away from it. They don't like it. And what? And bees.
Awesome.
Okay. So these 2 items are in stock now, and they're on the shelves.
Does it work with wasps?
Does it work with wasps?
Yes.
Another part of the solution, we've sold mosquito dunks for years. They came up with what they're calling the mosquito dunk chunks, which I just like. It's kind of fun to say, but it's a smaller, instead of the 6-pack of mosquito dunks that are huge, these are 1/4 the size, and there's 5 of them in a packet. Perfect size for a bird bath. Perfect size. It's just Bacillus thuringiensis, Israeliensis, that just continues to do the same thing it did before, take care of the mosquito larvae, kill it out, but just in a smaller, usable form and a retail that's lower than the 6 or 12-pack. And then, for me, I used to represent a company called Dalen, and we sold the molded owls, and everybody's used molded owls to scarecrow devices, and they had nothing new for years, so they finally came up with one new item for us. The baby owl. And these will be the baby owl will be available in spring, but it will have the same properties as a large owl, except half the size. Okay. I'm going to shift back to some of our products. Again, this is going more to the gift side rather than the birding side. There'll be 2 new Bamboo Chimes. They're hanging up over here. One is the Tree of Life, and the other is the Great Horned Owl. I believe some of them are in stock. There's not a great quantity, and we'll have more coming for spring. But if you want to see what they look like, they're hanging over there. And then again, in the chime category, any of you who've tried our Blue Handworks chimes know that they are selling very, very well across the board. So we have 3 new Blue Handworks chimes, or I'm sorry, 2 new Blue Handworks chimes, versus the Bumblebee, which is hanging over there, which I really like, and then more for maybe for southern markets, but could be for our market too. And these are a little bit different than our normal teardrop shapes and just singular with the bamboo. We're trying to give them some a little more metal features. And you can see also they command a little more at retail. And then the other portion, new item from Blue Handworks, is our hummingbird watering can, which will round out the rest of our menagerie. And again, what I tell everybody is market it as a sculpture that works as a watering can. A sculpture you can get $39 for, a watering can you can't. Yeah. So these will be available in spring, and you'll see more of them in the complete line in the Gift Essentials booth 35. Go on here. Other part of this is some new items. Ancient Graffiti, we added quite a few new pieces for next year. These are just an example of some of the things that are coming. These will be available in the spring. Actually, they are available now. We have to order them, but they have them in stock. So if you want something for Christmas, we should be able to deliver that for you. We will have to order right after the show, but Ancient Graffiti is well stocked right now.
It's got quite a few new items.
Yeah,
in
quite a
this
new,
booth.
and they're nice looking, and I always like the look. I always like the look. So you've got a butterfly chime, and there's also a hummingbird version of the same. You can't tell very well on this slide, but that's a tree of life, but it's butterflies. There are a lot of butterflies intermingled with the leaves. And then finally it's not quite a rain chain, but similar with the hummingbirds. So those were my choices. Regal, we added more things from Regal than anybody else to be added for, and they've just been so supportive of us. So this is a heron jiggly steak, and I think she's got those in the booth. We'll find out.
Yeah, I'm not sure since she's not.
And there's also a flamingo and an egret. They're very much like the bobbers that we've had, except they kind of wiggle rather than go back and forth. There's also some spinners. This one is the monarch. There's also a cornet and a hummingbird. They're really sharp looking. And pigs do fly, as you can see. And so these are the pig rocker steak. There's also a rooster, a cow, and a horse that we've agreed to bring in the warehouse, I think. And these are more of the rockers that we're used to. Also from Regal. We have sourced from them, and they found the solar hummingbird mobiles. You remember we had the one from Mark Feldstein for years, and it sold really well. This is not identical, but very similar in size, different flower, and I think the bee complements that really, really well. It's a sharp-looking piece, and those are prices that are right about where Feldstein was where we priced the Mark Feldstein items. And then the last portion from Regal. They're come up with some new garden steaks. So tomato, carrot, lettuce, eggplant, radish, and red pepper. Another people we work with pretty well has been very supportive. These are new from Sunset Vista. They're silhouettes, and they screw into the wall. So they actually come with 2 screws. I think this is going to be a really neat item. I couldn't bring one in here because we attached them all to wood frames outside. So, but I think that there's been a trend, especially anybody who's on Facebook has seen the ones where they hammer them into the wall and they're running $49.99. I think these are going to be really nice. Using that same silhouette theme, they also gave us some new bouncies. So there'll be a sparrow, a dove, a wren, and a hummingbird, cardinal, and chickadee, and we have all 6 of them out on the show floor. And that'll be near our booth. Back in the back corner, so it's booth 49. Okay. Now I want to talk just a quick breakdown. Actually everybody in here is only a couple new people, right? Who's new? Aaron? Okay, now just to get rid of this portion of the thing. No. As you know, we have we usually have 2 types of vendors here. One is somebody that we stock. We bring the merchandise in, we put it in our warehouse, and we ship it out to you, and we do the billing and everything. So just as examples, Classic Brand, Woodlink, Vortex, Sheltered Wings. The second type is what we call, of course you know it now, is the non-stock or independent exhibitor, window gems. is one of them. Homewood.
Monarch by Fig Design,
yeah.
Galway Company.
Galway. So, and one of them is just a new one showing up this year for us is Monarch by Fig Design. So on this particular vendor, you walk in, you work your deal out with them. They will ship you, they will bill you. They just have really cool stuff that doesn't have a margin for us to put it in our warehouse. Or in Monarch by Fig Design, there's so many items, we can never pick the right ones. So please work, visit those booths. They aren't in our warehouse, and they will talk to you about their minimums and whatever. But they're fun, they're good people. And you can tell, like Andrea's design, we've had them here for 10 years because the products sell, they're great people, and they service you guys well.
Just like the Bugs booth over
Yeah.
there. She's just been phenomenal with what she's done. So
Yeah. So we keep bringing them back. This year we're having a third type, and there's only one customer of that. And this will be Design Toscano. We are going to, they're showing here, you place your order. They will ship it, but they're going to bill us and we will bill you. We will handle the customer service part of it, and we will handle the billing. So this is the only vendor of that nature is Design Toscano. And if some of you might be familiar with Design Toscano because they're really famous for their large Yetis and Sasquatch. And if you don't like that, the other thing they do really well are gnomes. And also they're gnomes with Yetis. But they also do a lot of classic pieces too. Like here's a set of bunny rabbits, and check these out. This is an actual brass butterfly on a stone, and I think they wholesale for around $15. So some really good things. They're in booth 46. They're on their own, but this is the only vendor of that type for us that's going to do that shipping. Kind of if anybody buys Kohl's, we do the same thing with Kohl's. Okay. What's next? Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk about is many of you like to buy our nectars. Unfortunately for us, trying to ship a case of 6 of nectars is like trying to ship a gallon of milk. $2.50 or $3.80, whatever milk is running, and it crushes everything we put in a box. But we still want to make it available. We can't blend pack it. So what we've done is 2 options. You can buy it by the pallet or half pallet. That's 480 or 240 units. And I know a lot of you that is way too much, and I'm sorry about it, but everything else that we would ship with that, it'll leak over, destroy, beat up. However, we can do that. We will mix and match the pallet for you. Or, as long as we're shipping LTL, we're shipping on a common carrier or a truck, not FedEx, we can add cases of it, and they'll go on the bottom of the pallet. So like if we put all your show orders together, we can put nectar on the bottom of it and stack everything else on top. So we still want to service you, but we just have so much damage. Like I said, that one box is almost 30. UPS tends to throw and break anything under 30 pounds, and this weighs 30. So they will just beat the snot out of it. So that's the last part of my program, explaining those. If any questions there, you can ask now, or you can save them until Kevin gets on. You're on.
all right. Most of you know me. I'm Kevin. Been here 12 years now. Inside sales, I'm here. Where Andy and the rest of them are out, I'm here. I deal with my customers from here at the warehouse. So I'm here when all the new stuff comes in, and sometimes I get to call and say, hey, Andy, look what came in today. But one thing I want to cover real quick, and Andy, when he was talking about this last thing, I'm sure a lot of you are aware that we do have our own line of seed. Our seed is nitrogen flushed. It comes out of Lawton, Oklahoma. Mr. Butch over there, I can count on him for a seed order every week. So we do 5 pounds and 20-pound bags. 5 pounds are in cases of 4. 20-pound bags you can basically order by each. A full pallet is 60. But it is nitrogen flushed, which at the very end of the process, they actually pull all the oxygen out, put a little nitrogen, and they seal that bag. And as long as that bag isn't broken, that seal isn't broken, there's not a hole in it, that seed will stay bug-free. If that interests any of you, please reach out to me. I can give you a quote based on the freight for that day of what it would come to you with freight. Be a really good estimate. But seed is doing very well. We've got several varieties that are just blowing them out of the water. The Hardy Hearts, which is the Sunflower Hearts, and then the Shell Free Deluxe, which are both mixes that are they're a no mess mix. So just keep in mind that we do have seed. I can definitely give you a quote on that. Basically, anything over 200 pounds, I'm automatically going to ship from Jones. If it's under 200 pounds and I have it available in my warehouse, it will come from here. But that is an option that getting more and more customers every day for the seed. They do a very, very good job for us. So really excited about that. So y'all should have got a handout when you came in. If you didn't, Brittany's got some back there. I'm going to cover the Songbird Essential, Backyard Essential. We've got so many new items that I'm really excited about. The first one I'm going to talk about is the blue, orange, and red window feeders. This right here, they're new. They are poly. They are, so they're not going to deteriorate. They have actually cut in this groove around the outside so that the birds can cling on it easy. It's got a dish that comes out for easy cleaning. So you can use jelly, you can use treats, you can use suet nuggets, you can use just about anything in here. What I like about this, the suction cups here, it's got this, it holds it very steady to the window. So like I say, these are made right here in Mexico at the wood shop on the other end of town. You have them in blue, orange, and red. Buy 12. We're going to send you this, we're going to give you this displayer for free as a way to display them in the store. It's acrylic with a wooden base. So this is brand new. And like I say, you're going to start seeing this as kind of a trend on several of our new feeders. It's just a really good part for clinging birds and such. So that is new. And those run $12 each. And you'll know that they're on special here at the show. We have got this is one that we had last year. We had a little tough time figuring out the metal mesh, and we finally got it figured out. So this here is going to be the new Finch feeder, screen window feeder. Again, it's made out of recycled plastic. We added yellow to the line. We were green, green, green for so long, then we finally went to red, and then we finally got a little orange. So we're getting all colors of the rainbow now. So we're adding this yellow. Very easy to fill. Fill it. Lid slides down. Again, this one is made right here in Missouri. So it's not, this one's not coming from China or anything. The guys on the other end of town, they come up with some really good ideas and are able to bring some stuff over, so we're able to offer you some new products. Another one of the new ones, this is going to be our version of a window feeder. It's got 4 suction cups on the back. Hang on your window when you want to feed it. You just lift the tray up, take it out. Of course, this one broke. You can see that somebody dropped it on the way up here, but there is a piece on the front so the seed doesn't fall out. But, really, it just, you lift it, and it kind of's got a lip in there that holds it in. So this is a new one. That one's going to run $16.50.
That's also from the wood shop.
Yeah, that's also made on the other end of town. So they're getting really handy over there, learning to bend. I'm not even sure how they do all this bending of this and that, but they're doing it. Speaking of those guys across town, this is the other one. This is a recycled plastic 2-cup treat feeder. Orange or apple can go on here. Again, you can feed treats. You can feed suet nuggets. You can do just about anything in these. Like I said, if you want to put an apple in here, just make sure you cut a side off the apple so they can get to the flesh, because some birds do have trouble getting through the skin on the apple. But this is a new one. It's got acrylic top. I mean, it's very easy to see through, see the birds. Again, it's got that same cutout that we've been seeing so that clinging birds can hang on to it. So this is a new one. This one's coming in at $22.50 on that one there. Next here. Can't forget about the squirrels. We've got the Hunter Green Adirondack Chair Squirrel Feeder. Take that off. You can put an ear of corn on there. The other thing about this is it doesn't just have to be for squirrels. You can put a piece of fruit on there. You can put some of those small seed cakes that have a small hole you can screw onto there. So you can actually do a whole lot more. This is metal construction, enamel painted on it. So it's durable and will last a long time. This one comes in at $12.50. And these prices I'm giving you, that's before the show discounts. So that one comes in at $12.50. Then we've got the new one for corn, ear of corn. Again, it doesn't have to be just for corn. You could do fruit. You could do several things on this as well. You'll be seeing kind of a running change on this, because the next one that come in the back is going to be a little bit higher to get it more proportion. But it's got a piece on the bottom that is attached. You take that off and that hooks to this, so it actually hangs nice and even. So, but like I say, you're going to notice we've got a porch swing here. We've got a wooden porch swing in brown with a mesh bottom on it. We've got one in red with a mesh bottom. We've got Adirondack chair wooden feeders in red and white. So we've kind of gone crazy on the Adirondack chair porch swing. Seems to be stuff that's likes to sell. People like, you know, like that theme. I guess it's a little bit more of a country theme. That seems to be going really well. The next one, you guys have seen these. I think these were new last year or the year before in green. We've actually come out with these tube feeders in an antique copper right here. Small one holds 4 cups, medium 7, this one 10 cups. There is an issue we had with the label. It says 1-inch pole mount base. Please don't take that. That's not the case. I'm not sure how that got on there or what happened. This actually on here, there's actually a seed tray coming in. It was actually supposed to be here already. It's not, but there will be a seed tray that you could get to go on the bottom of all of these. So it's metal ports. As you can see, it's got the cardinal perch on it, which is great. So you don't have to worry. This will be for all birds to feed from. But like I say, it's just a new color. And then like I say, we're really hoping that anytime now the seed trays will be in. So, bird bass. This is our newest in the ceramic. This one's got the embossed cardinal in it. We also have a kind of a navy blue that's got the bluebird, and we've kind of got a celadon green that's got the hummingbird. This is the newest one that we just added. Chain, all the boxes have the window that you can see. There is a special going on right now. If you buy 24 bird bass, and you can mix and match the ceramic, these only come hanging, or the glass ones in hanging, the glass ones in staked, and then the large glass ones that are on the stand. If you buy 24 or more bird bass, mix or match, they're 15% off. And these special pricing run through Sunday. I think Sunday night, the Expo pricing is done. So if you sell a lot of bird bass, something you can do, 24 of them, mix or match any style you want, you can get them for 15% off. So we've got some really nice new ones. We got a new blue in the glass. We got a new monarch butterfly with milkweed, another one. So they're actually all on display in the Gift Essentials booth. We have a few in the Songbird Essentials booth back there, but we also have a catalog. So they have all of those in. Another one that we're looking at is we have our new treat type feeders, hanging treat feeders. So we've got them in clear, orange, and blue. There's several companies out there, and we're noticing that some of the prices have gone through the roof. So we're actually putting these together here. So again, a treat feeder, a jelly feeder, just about anything. They've got this plastic on because I'm a klutz and it'll fall out and bust on the floor. So we did these, and then we were actually able to come out with a hummingbird feeder. So here's a hummingbird feeder. It's got 4 feeding ports in the top of this. So we were able to do that. So you are looking at $10 for the hummingbird feeder. You're looking at $8.50 on those treat feeders. Probably one of my favorite is I notice how the pine tree farms and the wildlife science seed logs just have picked up and go. And there's several feeders out. Well, the guys across town at the wood shop have come up with some very simple, but yet recycled plastic with the same design for clinging for the seed logs. This one will actually be, you just put the seed log, put this through the seed log, and it screws right in, and you hang it up. And you've got a large seed log feeder, and we also have the small. So when you get them, you're actually going to get them like this, where you can hang them like this, and it's got the card that tells you everything. And then you just, when the customer just breaks the tabs and puts it in. So this is for the small, but you can also, we looked at that, you can actually stack some couple apples on there. You can actually do, Pine Tree Farms has the round seed disc with the holes in the center. You can actually pile those on there, but this is a brand new one. Again, made across town. You've got this one at 10, this large one at $12.50. For the kids, for years we carried, help me Andy. What's the name of the kids company, that toy company? Toy Smith. Had Toy Smith for years, and we sold a lot of it. And all of a sudden, Toy Smith is like, we're not going to go through distributors anymore. So they took the line away from us. So we found ourselves with all of this, nothing. So we actually have come out with our own Firefly lightning bug lantern right here. It actually has a cork in the top. It's got air holes and everything else. We've got this, which is 5, and then we decided while we were at it, one of the best sellers was the critter case from Toy Smith. So we decided, you know what, we're going to come out with our own kids bug box. So here we got it. It's got the screen on. You've got 2 compartments. You got one on each side, so I can collect 2 different insects. These are a booger to get out, but I mean, with anything, once you do it a couple times, you'll be fine. But here is our bug box, and this goes for $8.50. It's wood, it's got the mesh. So we're trying to fill in that gap of kids, because all of a sudden we found ourselves with, we don't really have anything for kids other than the books. We do, Impact Photographics does have, we got in that, which I saw the other day. We have some small things where kids can build animals, or like almost like Legos, that you can build cardinals, you can build different things. So we do have some of those in stock too. So we're really working on trying to get more stuff in for kids, because Toy Smith saying we don't need you anymore really left us with a void, a big time void. So we're working on trying to fill that. This here at $5, nesting, it's a vine nesting ball. It's got nesting material in it, so the birds will just pull out what they need. You're looking at $5 cost. Once it's empty, I mean, you could buy a refill pack and fill it back in, or you can simply come back and buy more, whatever the customer wants to do. But great item for spring during nesting season. And then, let's see, I think I went out of order a while ago. This one. This one was one of them when we bought Looker years back, and we just kind of left it to the side. Well, we decided, let's bring it back. So easy fill, dual chamber window feeder. 4 large suction cups on the back. Really good heavy duty suction cups. And you can literally fill 2 different types of seed in this feeder right here. This one's $19.25. Again, this is made right here in town. The guys on the other end of town are putting this together. They're cutting the wood, they're bending the acrylic, they're gluing it together, they're doing it all. So this is something that we're proud of them. They do a really good job at putting those together. So that's kind of the new stuff that's coming in for us here. There's plenty more in the works. We're excited that we are able to come out with new products to keep the categories fresh. I'm really excited because when the Expo is over, I'm going to start working on 4-foot planograms. We have enough product ourselves now in our backyard and Songbird Essential line that I'm actually going to start designing 4-foot planograms with simply our products, because I have enough to fill it. So I'll be able to do bluebird, and I'll be able to do hummingbird and oriole and do that. So we're going to start putting 4-foot planograms together. So when people call and say, hey, or I have a lot of people call and say, hey, I need some birding stuff, and we look, okay, you're in this city. So I look at the demographics. I use Stan's books to find out what birds our customers are coming in looking for. So I'm going to start building planograms and stuff like that. I like to try to get a couple small end caps in there too and price them that way. So there's always some exciting stuff going on. So has anybody got any questions about anything we talked about, or any questions about what's going on out there or anything? If not, we thank you very much for being here. Shop, shop, shop. There's plenty of people waiting to see you. And please, Andy and I will be back in Songbird Essential booth. If you guys have any questions, please hunt us down. We are here to help you in any way that we can.
Or if there's, especially I think now we've got a flexibility with people we're working with. If you have an item you like to be made or sourced, let us know.
Yeah, if there's something we're missing that you guys feel that we're missing, that you really need, let us know what it is. Let us look into it and, and see what the possibility is, Some of our best ideas have actually come from you guys, our customers, saying, hey, we need something like this. Can you guys come up with something like this? So, please let us know.
With that being said, I don't know if anybody remembers, some of us are old enough to remember the Beatles. And if you remember, they did a live concert on Abbey Road on the top of the building, and they stopped traffic in London for miles of place, and they played for about an hour, and I think there's an 8-hour video now already out. And the last thing is the British police are coming to arrest the Beatles to take them off for stopping other traffic. John Lennon looks over the microphone, he says, thank you, and I hope we pass the audition. So thank you all for coming. We appreciate it.
Jamie, did you have a question?
Well, I was actually, when you were talking about the pallets for the hummingbird nectar and everything, you said you can mix and match that too, so you could get red clear and red.
We'll do that for you.
Yeah. As long as it's enough to ship LTL.
It'd be about 240 units is your minimum.
But you can put other things on that order?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. Definitely. It's just that what happens now is we switch to UPS. So if it goes out, Flamin' Squirrel, you cannot believe, we'll have UPS come back and they deliver to us a box that is totally busted of Flaming Squirrel leaking all over. And that's what happens with, they send it back. So the customer calls and says, hey, I didn't get this. No, that's because UPS destroyed it and shipped it back to us. So, it's just been a mess. So to try to curb that, they took it off the internet. They took it off our website completely. And then it's like, wait a minute, there's too many people asking for it. So let's put some parameters in place that we can still get it to them. It may be a little bit more, but you know what? Let us know. We'll work with you. As long as it goes LTL and we can at least get a whole bottom layer at least, we'll make it work. We'll make it work.
Hopefully the driver got it on his hands.
What's that?
Hopefully he got it on his hands when he
And then he wiped his eyes. Yeah, burned his sweat out. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to, man. That's some vicious stuff.
All right, well, we'll leave the pieces up here for a little bit if you want to look at them.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Thank you much.